Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So this is my friend Mike.
What's up, YouTube?
I have the hiccups right now, I apologize. So for those of you guys who don't know who my friend Mike is, I uploaded a video a few weeks back talking about my friend that I went to prom with, and that is Mike. He's making an appearance on the show today.
You'll want to watch that because it was a true story and it was a great story.
So if you guys didn't get to see that video, I'm going to add a link right here. And be sure to go check that out. Also, I'll add a link and put it down in the description after the video if you guys want to finish this video and then watch that one later. So, Mike had a story for y'all, so why don't you sit back, relax, and enjoy. And welcome to, and not just welcome to my crazy life now, welcome to his crazy life as well. So, Mike?
Yeah, and my life is a nightmare, so get ready. Okay, so this happened about a week ago. And this was just one of those stories that made me question a lot of things. So, I was going through my usual routine. I had to walk down to the gas station just to pick up a few things. And I got there, I got a cup of coffee because, you know, for me, when there is coffee, I have to get it.
He's not a tea drinker like all of you guys are. Tea with Bree.
No,
drink some tea.
It's coffee with Mike over here. I was down there minding my own business. You know, I paid for my stuff, walked out the door. Next thing I know, somebody grabs my coffee and my bag out of my hand and throws it across the parking lot. And for me, being a blind person, you know, I don't know who this is. I don't know what's happening. Somebody's probably trying to rob me. So instantly I'm wondering about all this. And it turns out it's an old lady. And she grabs my hands and she goes, "Okay, you can't drink that anymore. You can't have tobacco anymore. It's against what the Lord wants. And if you do this, and you keep doing this, you will go to hell. Because God tells you," and she went on to explain this. Apparently, in her religion, whatever this is, God tells you what you are allowed to eat and drink in your dreams the night before. And this is true. I'm not making this up at all. Because I asked her about it, and she said, "Oh, well, if he doesn't tell you anything in your dreams, then you don't eat that day. That's just how religion works, or else you go to hell." And then she goes on to say, "Because I've been drinking coffee and eating the things that the Lord doesn't want me to eat, that's why I'm blind." And she says that apparently this all started with my mother, and that all this punishment began because God was punishing her and me, so it was just a vicious cycle, and I got trapped in it. So, here I am, no coffee, no tobacco. Two things that I need to deal with people like this, you know, in a civil way. But I'm a good person, I'm a very good person, so I tried to, I couldn't just walk away, because she had a hold of my hands, and I could tell she would chase me. At least I had that feeling. I could outrun her, but a blind person just running is dangerous. We all know this. Just imagine it, and you'll understand.
Wait, let's just take a moment to imagine a blind person running, shall we?
It's not good. I would be willing to demonstrate, but we'll probably end up breaking something. I'll probably run through a wall. But, so we're talking, you know, going back and forth, and eventually, you know, I'm thinking, is somebody going to come out of the gas station? They had to have seen what she did. Is somebody going to help me here? No, of course not. I'm assuming they knew her and didn't want to get in the middle of it. And I don't blame them. So, we're just going back and forth. She's telling me that she can help me to get my vision back and to put me on the right track if I do exactly what I tell her. Or exactly what she tells me, I should say. And it wasn't working because it was just, you have to pray 10 times a day, not in your bedroom, but outside. You can't be in your house. And this is a problem in the winter. It's cold. So that wasn't going to happen. So by this point, I walk back into the gas station, and she follows me in, like I knew she would. I'm cornered at this point. Nowhere to go. And then she starts telling the guy behind the counter about all this, that he shouldn't be selling me coffee because he's making me blind. And I felt so bad for the guy. You could tell he didn't know what to say. And it got to the point, luckily, eventually there was an awkward silence. So I just snuck into one of the aisles and pretended I was doing stuff, just trying to grab stuff off the shelves. And she comes over and says, "Did God tell you to eat that Snickers bar today?" So I just, of course, Absolutely. He told me last night in my dream. And I walked away. Then I go back outside. She grabs that out of my hand and throws it. And I don't even think Bree knew this part of the story.
I'm hearing parts of this that you guys are hearing for the first time as well. So, yeah, I don't know about the Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of in a hurry to get things done, and you only sent me like a blurb of what happened. So I don't really know.
And it was a pretty interesting experience, and it took me a while to process it.
Yeah, I guess your grief counseling.
Yeah. So at that point, she threw that. I didn't have any money left. So here I am, no candy, no coffee, no tobacco. I got nothing out of this trip except a whole bunch of irritating nonsense.
A new religious view.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm not against anything as far as religion. I have a video.
Disclaimer.
I won't judge
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
This part of the video may step on some toes for people who are delicate out there.
No, at this point it won't. Because I'm a very tolerant person. I'm not going to judge you as long as you don't judge me. And even in her case, maybe she was legitimately trying to help me. But at the time, that was all the money I had, and it was just hard. So I start walking across the parking lot, and she's shouting behind me. You better not forget this. You better not forget what I told you, or else you'll regret it. And at that point, it starts sounding like a threat. So the whole way home, I'm nervous. Every time somebody walks past me, I'm like slowing down and tensing myself up a little bit. So, one last little thing before Bree loses it. I think it's too late for that. But one last part to this story. I'm almost back to my house. My neighbor comes up behind me, and he's a real nice guy. We have an interesting way of interacting. He comes behind me and slaps me on the shoulder and goes, "What's up?" real loud. I actually jumped, tripped, and fell over. So, in conclusion,
did you fall?
I just tripped over myself, and I tripped, and it's dangerous to be a blind person. That's all I can say.
Did you just tip over, or are you like...
No, because I think I jumped up in the air, and then I had an awkward landing.
So you just...
These things happen. It's just a part of life.
I would have paid to see that.
Well, that's why I've been trying to get a campaign going to get someone to follow me around with a camera at all times. If you guys would be interested in that, maybe let her know in the comments or drop a like on the video, just to maybe encourage me to try it. Maybe we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next time I go out with Mike, I'll be sure to record any kind of like crazy shenanigans that happen.
Yeah, and don't worry. As far as the fall, I'm fine. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, I didn't
freaked
even
out
think of
anymore.
asking you that. Are you doing okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm great. Thanks for asking. You're such a good friend.
Yeah, I try.
I know. I understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can laugh about it now.
That's hilarious.
But that was just a typical night in my life. And yeah, that all did happen after dark, which doesn't affect me, but, you know, a lot of bad things do happen after dark, so I'm always expecting the worst.
Of course.
And I got it.
Especially because everything around you's in the dark. Like, you're always in the dark.
Yeah, definitely. It's tough.
Oh, my God. Well, thank you for sharing that video.
Absolutely. Happy to share anytime. I'd be happy to share more life stories in the future because I have a lot of them. So
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be sure to have Mike on Tea with Bree some more.
that would
More
be wonderful.
often.
I'll look forward to it.
Yeah. So if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comments below about how Mike's story is just crazy.
And do you know any blind people? Do you know any crazy things that they have done?
Yeah, if you guys know any blind people, be sure to leave comments in the comments below. I don't know how all blind people are, but I do know the few that I have been honored to meet and be friends with have some great and interesting stories. Like, some of the things you guys tell me, I'm like, wait, what happened? Wait, are you for real? Or, I mean, even like Mike and I went to high school together, and we have stories from high school that is just like, you sit back and you think to yourself, like, wow, nobody's going to believe me if I tell this story.
Yeah, and most people don't.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't write these things. You can't make this up.
They just kind of write themselves.
Yeah.
You just gotta roll with the punches.
you just gotta, life has a funny way of handing me just interesting experiences. So it's nice to be able to share them with everybody.
But you build on those experiences, and it kind of creates the person you are today. So
be nice to old people if they approach you, or anyone religious to it. You know, they could honestly be just trying to help, even if it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, be sure, guys, because this is a tough world we live in, and it is a world full of people who I think need to be protected at all times, or feel the need to be protective. It's like we live in a little world and we have like this little shell around us, and it's like this is all we know. Like maybe religion's all that person knows, or maybe, you know, not seeing somebody with a disability, for example, Mike, no offense. I mean, that might be new to them, so they might not know how to react. So sometimes it's like when they see these new things, it like kind of, it's like taking a hammer or like tapping your finger on their little shell that has a little crack. And the more and more little cracks these things have, just kind of, you know, I don't know.
It breaks down the shell.
Yeah,
it opens you up to...
Yeah, to the world and to what's actually out there. So then when you run into these problems, it's like, for instance, somebody might have saw you, and you might have been the last thing that just caused her to have that final crack in her shell and that made her go crazy.
Yeah, and all that happened to me was falling over and losing some coffee and stuff. Now, the coffee part was disappointing. But everything else, you know what? I can live with it. It's all good.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. But, so, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it. Be sure to subscribe, because Mike will be here more often with videos, and I will be uploading more videos myself. So, and be sure to leave comments in the comments below of what you guys know about people with disabilities or stories that you guys have. Yeah, and you guys might just be lucky enough to be able to share one of those stories in one of my videos.
Absolutely.
So, alright, we'll see you next time.